السلام عليكم خوتي، أنا ما كنتم وحيث وجدتم سلامي لكم، تحياتي لكم من لندن. اليوم رانا في سبيكرز كورنر، ركن الخطباء. هذا الركن عمره أزيد من 150 سنة. صورتكم قبل لكن في الإعادة إفادة. يعني هذا الركن الخطباء، الناس اللي عنده فكرة ولا دعوة ولا مناقشة سياسية ثقافية اقتصادية أو حتى لعب الشطرنج، فيناقشوا في هذا الزاوية أو ركن الخطباء. تابعوني.
I'm healthy. Don't eat some lobster, mate. Go eat some crab. Go on,
This is what happens if you become a Christian.
Go eat some pork.
Allah Akbar.
Go eat some lobster. Go on.
You hear a lot of Allah Akbar.
Your fake gold watch. Your fake gold watch. Your fake gold watch. And you're
not fake.
And you're £20 broke. You're £20 broke. You got £20 broke. If I learn to be resurrected.
What was it like?
He cannot apply to Islam. Why? Because otherwise it disproves Islam. You've just disproved it.
No, thank you. Okay. He talks about the oral tradition in Islam as if somehow it's comparable that to the Christian history. I mean, Chris, please. I mean, even to go there is embarrassing. Because tell me one Christian today, anywhere in the world out of the 2 billion who've memorized the entire Bible word for word. First of all, they don't even know which Bible to memorize. How many verses, which words were the words of God? Today we have 20 million, 15 million, at the lowest estimate, 11 million Muslims, including children, who've completely memorized the entire Quran. The oral tradition between Islam and Christianity is chalk and cheese. You can't even compare it. And this is why I argued we have a unified reading today, which you don't have, which establishes the fact that you did not have a robust oral tradition. Because if you had a robust oral tradition, at the very least today you'd have one unified reading of the Bible. You don't. Finished on time.
Thank you again. He's just buried Islam. This man is dangerously close to becoming an atheist or Christian. Oh, God willing. Let me explain. He just said, you Christians, you don't have one Bible. You have all these different Bibles. I just said there are different codexes in the earliest times that go back to Muhammad. One that has 116 surahs, one that has 111 surahs. He's just buried Islam. Simple, this is so simple. He's saying any differences, they cannot be accepted because it cannot be from God. I've demonstrated to you. There is debate. You look in your own Islamic sources, Surah 33, Ayah 6. Ubay ibn Ka'b had, and Muhammad is the father of the Ummah, or something to that effect. That's no longer in your Quran, it's been removed. There you go. Under his own criteria, Islam is false. Thank you very much. You've just done it. That's brilliant.
Okay.
Thank you.
So he obviously has to switch to the Quran, yes?
You buried your Quran.
I said repeatedly that if your claims are true about corruption and change, and if these poor Muslims didn't know which Quran was the Quran, and different people were reading different Qurans, and they were memorized and read unanimously amongst the Muslims, otherwise you would never have one unified reading. The evidence that we see today, the reaction of that action is evident, and it's the exact opposite to the Bible. They're chalk and cheese, you can't compare them. And as I've mentioned before, there are renowned experts who agree with our claim, and they're not even Muslims.
So again, it goes back to this whole idea of this one unified reading. There isn't. He says things like millions of Muslims, they all read the Quran the same way. Yeah, because Hafs is read by 95% of Muslims, but the other 5% read something like Wash or Al-Duri, which has different words in it. He is burying his own religion by saying that any differences in accepted books, for example, Abdullah ibn Masud had 116 surahs, Abdullah ibn 11, or by Macabre 116, that's a difference. Does that mean Islam is false according to his own standards? The standard is applying to Christianity, buries Islam. Because Islam says there is only one Quran perfectly preserved. The problem is that there's 10 qira'ats that are different in meaning. That's terrifying. He has buried Islam. You can give over my time. I think this is done.
Okay, he's giving me his time. Thank you. Now, again and again, we've said this point about if one person says something, does that falsify something? No. You have to look at the entirety of something to establish it. Ibn Masud, he keeps quoting. Ibn Masud did not die believing or claim that this is not the Quran from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He agreed. So these are moot points. You're relying upon people not knowing the argument, not knowing the comments, not knowing their position, to just try to shotgun, to try to make some sort of an assertion. Now the problem you have in Christianity, you don't even know how many books, not chapters, entire books, 77 or 63, 67 or 73, you don't even know how many books there are. There is a difference of chapters, of verses. The oldest manuscript that you have complete, the Codex Sinaiticus that exists in the British Library, right? Even that doesn't agree with what the Bible you have today. Entire books have been left out. Entire books, because they're regarded as apocrypha. You gave me your time, 15 seconds. Entire books have been left out. So this is a chalk and cheese argument. The reality is the only mechanism is preservation in Islam, and we see it today.
Was there a God in heaven?
Believe in Jesus Christ.
So, when Jesus was on earth, he was God, yes? And when Jesus was on earth, there was one God in heaven.
Remember, Jesus is the first nation.
So he's not God. So when Jesus is the Word of God,
Every house, every family,
hold on. So when, I'm not really, you're running away from my question. So when in the Bible it says, Jesus looked up in the Gospel according to John, chapter 17, verse 1. And in the Bible it says, Jesus looked up and prayed. Jesus looked up to heaven and prayed. So he was looking up to God and prayed. So he was in God.
and the Son has never spoken to anyone.
Today, he said, I am the way and the truth and the life.
Yes, wow.
Just added the Queen onto that.
Jesus was a Jew. So why are you now being God? You can't be God. You cannot be God. No demon on this earth. You're a demon. You're a demon. You're a demon.
If he doesn't want to,
But this question of preservation, alhamdulillah, Islam doesn't have this issue and the Quran doesn't have this issue. And if you don't want to listen to what a Muslim is saying, there are renowned, respected academics and experts on the issue who are confirming this issue. Now, some of the so-called experts that people like Chris raised, like Brubaker, look, I'm not saying believe what I have to say. Providing evidence, actual pictures of manuscripts that existed before and during and after.
And the same as with that, we've executed 9.2 million unborn babies. It gets into the Holocaust done by Hitler on that 6 million. So we're aware if you were under 50, 1 in 5 would be